Welcome back to Vespasian, episode 6.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it.
Last episode 5, we were reading from the book of Tacitus, and where he's basically talking about what a horrible, horrible people the Jews are and how weird they are.
Weird, man. Yeah.
And we're going to continue with that in this episode because it's this good stuff that we didn't get to. We finished last time. He was talking about the Dead Sea.
Right.
And how it's salty and breeds pestilence.
Funky. Just funky. So,
funky.
Right.
Make it funky. And he goes on to say, at a certain season of the year, the lake throws up bitumen. And the method of collecting it has been taught by that experience which teaches all other arts. It is naturally a fluid of dark color. When vinegar is sprinkled upon it, it coagulates and floats upon the surface. Those whose business it is take it with the hand and draw it onto the deck of the boat. It then continues of itself to flow in and lade the vessel till the stream is cut off. Nor can this be done by any instrument of brass or iron. It shrinks from blood or any cloth stained by the menstrua of women.
Oh, wow.
Such is the account of old authors. But those who know the country say that the bitumen moves in heaving masses on the water, that it is drawn by hand to the shore, and that there, when dried by the evaporation of the earth and the power of the sun, it is cut into pieces with axes and wedges, just as timber or stone would be.
It becomes solid. So if anybody asks you what you do, you say, I'm a bitumen man. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool. Right.
The Dead Sea was known in antiquity as the Asphalt Lake because of its bitumen.
Right.
Bitumen is natural asphalt, tar.
Right.
And it gets, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
It gets created naturally in the Dead Sea.
Had no idea.
Yeah. Me either. And Pliny, by the way, gives similar details about this. He's probably using Pliny as a source, or they have common sources.
Yeah.
By the way, these stories, I learned a new word, paradoxographical.
Wow. You've never used that before in a sentence?
Paradoxography,
right,
or paradoxographical,
right,
are stories about foreign places where there's weird animals or weird natural events that are paradoxes. We don't understand it, but to us it's crazy.
Crazy stuff.
But in these foreign lands, these things like phoenixes just
Yeah.
burn and then come back to life again. It's crazy.
It's nothing but a thing.
These are called paradoxographical stories.
Do you remember, and I can't remember which episode and I can't remember the topic, but we were talking about what the Romans would use to build stuff. And I think it was called tufa block, tufa rock, tufa something. And what it is they would cut it out of the side of a hill or whatever. And it almost had the consistency of cheese. But once you cut it out, you shape it into a brick or whatever shape, and you put it out in the sun, it dries, it becomes hard as a rock. And that's the first thing I thought of when we were, when I was looking at the bitumen. So again, it's their own version of it, but it's something that's to a degree malleable, all natural. And then when under the right conditions, you can shape it and it becomes firm, and then you can use it for, like we use it for roads, or the chemical version of it, I don't know, for roads, or you can use it for building material. Again, but these people have been doing this for thousands of years, and even though there doesn't seem to be a lot going on with the Dead Sea, here's this very vital substance that comes out, and they can use it for things. I just thought that was cool. You do the best you can with what you got.
Tufa reminds me, do you ever watch 30 Rock?
Oh, I love.
Remember Tufa?
I forgot that connection. Love that show. Oh, the most outrageous things were said. Anyway.
According to Jack, Alec Baldwin's character,
right,
his nickname is Tufa because with him you get a 2-for-1. He's a black guy and a Harvard guy, so he's a Tufa.
Love that show.
Yeah.
What would, if you wore a baseball cap, like that one guy. What would your baseball cap? He always had baseball caps with ridiculous sayings on the. Oh, anyway, I fucking love that
Frank.
show. Frank.
Yeah.
Love that show. Anyways, Sex Star.
So,
Go ahead.
Bitumen.
Bitumen.
So it really does throw up bitumen, and this was a big industry. Bitumen was used in the ancient world for caulking boats and all sorts of things like that.
Right.
And it was a big industry that you could just pull it off the water,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's amazing.
go and it's great. It's like oil, I guess, coming up over you. Just grab it and go and do shit with it.
Right.
The whole idea about it being coagulated by vinegar and scared of menstrual blood.
Yeah. How do you find out about
of-
that second one? You know what? Don't answer that.
Well,
Just move on.
Yeah, no, it's the first thing. The first thing I ever do
Is
I don't
you
know
ask
if
yourself,
wrote it, when I just
how would it react to menstrual blood? Huh? That's what I want to know. Get
Yeah.
the scientists in here
Yeah.
now. Where's my test tube?
yeah.
I don't know. But that someone
Yeah.
discovered that. Let's be honest, it was a. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the Dead Sea lies in the Jordan Rift Valley. It's this massive fault system,
Right.
runs down the Red Sea in East Africa, and it's full of deep geological fractures, and through them oil and bitumen rise up from the deep in the ground, these sedimentary layers of organic material
Right.
buried deep, like ancient lake and seabeds, lots of what do you call the stuff that the whales eat?
Algae?
Plankton
Plankton.
type
They come
stuff.
up from the
algae,
from
plankton.
the rips, and the yeah. There's a certain
Yeah.
word that you're
Yeah,
trying.
yeah.
I can't remember what it, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Vents almost or something.
Yeah. Heat and pressure have turned them into hydrocarbons over millions of years. And the Dead Sea is extremely saline.
Mhm.
So stuff rises.
Right.
And it means that the heavy bitumen, it's because it's quite heavy, obviously,
Right.
will usually sink. It'd usually be on the, as deep down as it can. But because of the heavy salinity,
Yeah. Not here, baby.
it rises up.
Yeah.
And people were able to just, grab it, whack it, steal it, sell it,
Don't put any blood on it,
whack it.
and you're good. Just
Yeah,
no,
just don't
no
bleed on it.
menses. No menses. Not here.
Yeah.
You ruin our business.
Keep the women
That's
away.
What time
I
of
think
the
the
month?
women were trying to
Go.
get in on the men's action, and they were
Go.
like, yeah. They were like, sorry, you can't be around here. It cries.
Not
if
today.
you're
Bleeder.
bleeding around
I
it.
can't believe I just said that.
Yeah.
Please continue.
She's a bleeder. He goes on, not far from this lake lies a plain,
Right.
once fertile, they say, and the site of great cities, but afterwards struck by lightning and consumed. Of this event, they declare, traces still remain, for the soil, which is scorched in appearance, has lost its productive power.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that grows spontaneously as well as what is planted by hand, either when the leaf or flower have been developed or after maturing in the usual form, becomes black and rotten and crumbles into a kind of dust.
It's cursed.
I am ready to allow, on the one hand, that cities once famous may have been consumed by fire from heaven, while on the other, I imagine that the earth is infected by the exhalations of the lake, and that the surrounding air is tainted, and that thus the growth of harvest and the fruits of autumn decay under the equally noxious influences of soil and climate.
Right. So it could be evil spirits, or it could just be fucking natural occurring events. He's open to either one, I think, is what he's saying.
Yeah, and that's interesting to see with Tacitus, right? He's
Yes.
always like,
yeah.
they say that it's this, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
applying a bit of logic and reason
You
here.
get
I
a
think
tone.
it's probably just
You get a tone
the
when
toxic lake.
yeah, he's like, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
just some scientific shit that we don't get yet, but it's all bad juju. I get that. Yeah. Good for him.
I am ready to allow that cities can be destroyed by fire from the heavens,
Yeah.
but I think
But also
plants
not.
dying is probably because of the
All the shit.
air,
Yeah.
the quality of the air.
All the shit coming out of there. Yeah.
But again, the general tone here is he's describing this as a weird place with a lot of wacky shit going on and kind of nasty,
Yeah.
toxic.
Don't bring your family
horrible.
here. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Disneyland, this is not. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, have you ever been to Salt Lake City?
No, I'd love to go, but I've never been. I've always been fascinated. Have you?
Horrible, stinky.
Aw.
Yeah, stinky place.
Aw.
Very stinky.
Right.
Yeah.
I got
Toxic.
I got to take it on my bucket
And
list.
mostly because of the Mormons, but also because of the Salt Lake.
The Salt Lake ain't helping either, people. Yeah.
Yeah. They tell me that when you live there, you get used to it and you don't notice it, but it's very,
I don't want
very
to get
stinky, like a swamp.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to it.
Yeah. Smells like your balls.
Yeah. No comment.
So there's a lot of sulfur, like in Salt Lake City, a lot of sulfur and bitumen deposits
Right.
coming up out of and burning sulfur. It could be, there could have been the fires that he's talking about. Might have been lightning, might have also been burning sulfur and hydrocarbons that were escaping out of these rifts that had burnt. There is archaeological evidence of early Bronze Age cities in that region that look like they were destroyed suddenly by fire or earthquakes. Some scholars think that the stories of Sodom and Gomorrah might be linked to these sorts of phenomenons.
Right.
Phenomena.
Sure.
Something like a phenomenon. Something like a phenomenon.
I like that.
Something like a phenomenon. Something like a phenomenon. You know the track? LL Cool J, 1980. No, 2004, maybe. Something like a phenomenon.
I will take your word for it. Yeah. Yeah.
The sample for it was the bass line was who is he and what is he to you?
Ooh. Be careful,
God,
lady.
who wrote that originally?
Don't answer that question. So the point you were making earlier was that because of the stories or the legend or whatever the proper term is, no disrespect, of Sodom and Gomorrah, maybe there was great cities around that part of Judea that because these people are so base and so crass, the god, whatever gods, punish them by lightning, burn down the city, it falls over, and now there's the shit coming out of the ground that maybe used to be these great cities or whatever. So again, it's all just tied in. It's like, I've heard these things. I don't know if they're true, but maybe there were great cities here. But hey, there was also a Sodom once. There was also a Gomorrah once. So hey, who knows what the truth is? But the point is, he's putting it out there because I guess he's a historian going, it's my job just to report what I have heard.
Bill Withers.
I love Bill Withers. Sunshine when she is gone.
You know, who is he and what is he to you? Oh, classic. A man we passed just tried to stare me down. And when I looked at you, you looked at the ground.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know who he is, but I think that you do. Dadgummit. Who is he and what is he to you?
I like that.
Dun 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 dun. Something in my heart and in your eye tells me he's not someone just passing by.
Yeah.
When you cleared your throat, was that your cue? Dadgummit. Who is he and what is he to you? Ah, great song. Oh,
I'll have to check that out now. And from now on, I'm going to say, go ahead.
Michelle DiNegacello did a cover of it too,
right?
20, 30 years ago, which was really good. Check that out.
All right.
But then LL took the bass line,
right,
and turned it into something like a phenomenon.
Okay.
So we got there.
There's nothing new.
The River Belus,
yes,
Tacitus says, the River Belus also flows into the Jewish Sea. About its mouth is a kind of sand, which is collected, mixed with nitra, and fused into glass.
Oh, fuck.
This sure is of limited extent, but furnishes an inexhaustible supply to the exporter. A great part of Judea consists of scattered villages. They also have towns, Jerusalem as the capital. There stood a temple of immense wealth. First came the city with its fortifications, then the royal palace, then within the innermost defences the temple itself. Only the Jew might approach the gates. All but priests were forbidden to pass the threshold. While the east was under the sway of the Assyrians, the Medes, and the Persians, Jews were the most contemptible of the subject tribes.
Damn.
When the Macedonians became supreme, King Antiochus strove to destroy the national superstition and to introduce Greek civilization, but was prevented by his war with the Parthians from at all improving this vilest of nations.
But he had a plan. He had a plan.
For at this time, the revolt of Arsaces had taken place.
Mm-hmm.
The Macedonian power was now weak, while the Parthian had not yet reached its full strength, and as the Romans were still far off, the Jews chose kings for themselves. Expelled by the fickle populace and regaining their throne by force of arms, these princes, while they ventured on the wholesale banishment of their subjects, on the destruction of cities, on the murder of brothers, wives, and parents, and the other usual atrocities of despots, fostered the national superstition by appropriating the dignity of the priesthood as the support of their political power. Gnaeus Pompeius was the first of our...
Before you get to him, because I looked up like who did they choose as their kings? Because I don't know fuck all about early Jewish history. So and I'm sure
Maccabeans.
And you probably gathered this. There was the Hasmonean dynasty from 140 to 37. Hasmonean dynasty from 140 to 37 BCE, and there were instances of fratricide and political executions. But again, when Tacitus is talking about this, he's acting like no one else has ever done it. This is almost an accusation. See, these Jews are so bad. They kick out their kings. The kings come back and they kill so many other people. It's like it's like a civil war. Thank God Rome has never had to worry about a civil war. Anyways, and then there's the Herodian dynasty that came after that, 37 BCE to 70 CE, where of course Herod kills his wife, Marianne, and several of his sons. So he's bringing up these instances, but it's like, dude, this is not in a vacuum. Other empires have killed, there's been civil wars, they've had people banished and come back with a sword. This is not unique to the Jews, but it's almost like, and I don't want to go too far with this idea, but it's almost like the way he's presented is like, see, here's just more examples of how treacherous or base these people are. But again, I don't want to go too far with that.
Well, Herod was the last of the Hasmonean rulers, and the Hasmoneans came out of the Maccabees. The Maccabeans, the Maccabean revolt, where they pushed back against the Seleucid Empire. Came out of Seleucus, one of Alexander's generals, and that ruled the area for a while. But so there was a brief period, which is... I talked about this briefly in the documentary, but, out of all of Jewish history, even though they claim to have the most powerful of all the gods, they only had like a very brief period, about 100 years, 120 years, when they actually had their own independence.
Right. Politically
they were
independent. Yeah.
Oppressed and ruled by other nations for the vast majority of their history. So... if your God's that great, he's fucking letting you down. And so, and that's the great thing about Jews. Like, how do you reconcile those two ideas? On one hand, you say our God is the greatest God.
Yeah.
On the other,
the best.
And in fact, the only God.
The only.
Yeah. On the other hand, we're fucked. And we've been, he's not doing anything. So, either he's not that great or doesn't exist, or... maybe we just suck and he hates us.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care that much. He tries some. Remember that good 120 years? But other than that.
It's not that he doesn't care. It's that we're not worthy.
Oh.
We're not
we
good
suck
enough.
That hard. I gotcha.
We suck at being good worshippers.
Right.
That is the conclusion that they came to.
Gotcha.
Is, look, he is great.
He's awesome.
And if we were just more worthy,
Up our
he
game.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all on us. He's been gaslighting us for 4,000 years.
He wants us to be better. We're failing
Yeah.
him. We're failing him.
Yeah.
So come on, people. Let's run.
I want to make you rulers of the whole planet, but honestly, every time I look at you, I'm like,
disappointed.
do you want it? That's the
How
question.
bad do you want it?
You want to
How
be
bad-
successful?
Yeah. You don't want it, and you don't want it, and apparently you don't want it.
Are
and
you
you're not-
willing? Are you willing to cut the tip off? Oh, no, you're already doing that. Okay,
That's a good start.
it's not enough.
That's a good start.
Honestly,
yeah, it's not enough. It's not
when
enough.
we started this thing, I thought that would be all that I would need
But
from you. But
it's been
I got
2,000
used to it.
years.
Like, it was impressive.
Show me,
yeah, it was just
show me
4,000.
something else. Show me something.
It was impressive at first. And then after a while, I'm like, look, it's another.
I hear the babies cry.
dick with no hood. Like,
It's too much.
Yeah.
Show me something new. Show me something new.
This has been a preview of the life of Vespasian. If you believe you are worthy enough to hear the full episode, then seek out lifeofcaesar.com and become a member of our cult.